Yeah, Harshit, start the prayer.
Yes, Mataji. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chaksharum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunandanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadotam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakambhitam Sha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swame Niti Namine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanostute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradhayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Harshit. So we have come to chapter 17, last but one chapter. This is also a very small chapter. Next is, this will complete today. Next one is chapter 18, a big chapter that will take about 3 to 4 weeks, in my opinion. At least 2 to 3 weeks it will take. So that will finish Bhagavad Gita. That will not finish Bhagavad Gita. That will complete ourselves going through Bhagavad Gita once. The more number of times we do, the more number of understanding we'll have. Okay? So I only wish once we finish this, you are not going to close Bhagavad Gita book and push it into the cupboard, but keep practicing it. Okay? Okay. So now we are in chapter 17. In chapter 15, Krishna in chapter 14, Krishna talked about the 3 material natures, the Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna and Tamo-guna. And in chapter 15, Krishna compared this material world with a banyan tree and a reverse banyan tree. That means the roots up and the trees and branches down. And he explained that with the acts of detachment, that means we have to get ourselves detached, and then that will take us back to Goloka. So we should know how to live a detached life. That means not getting detached from our responsibilities, but getting detached from the what do you call this? From the sense gratification. We should know how to get ourselves detached with the sense gratification. And chapter 16, Krishna described about the divine and demonic qualities of living beings. Concluded the 16th chapter saying, those who follow the scripture injunctions are divine beings, and disregard the scriptures and behave whimsically are demonic. That means those who follow the scriptures are divine, and those who disregard the scriptures, they behave as they like, and then they are demonic. So faithful followers of Krishna are divine. So we should all be faithful followers of Krishna, when Krishna will be pleased with us and take us back to Goloka. Now we are in 17th chapter. 17th chapter. Okay, let me 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, the divine. Sorry, divisions of faith. So we are, this is 16. So the 17th chapter, the divisions of faith, is divided into two parts. From 1 to 7, faith and worship in three modes. And from 8 to 28, he talks about food, charity, and austerity in three modes. That means having food in three modes, doing charity in three modes, and doing austerity in three modes. This is chapter 17. So we'll go to Sloka 1 now. Jitesh, will you read the first sloka?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Shastravidamustrasya Yajnate Shraddha Nvita Tesha Niteshu Toka Krishna Sattamaho Rajastama. Arjuna inquired, O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of spirituals but worship according to their own imagination? They are in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, sloka 1. O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principle of scriptures but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness or in passion or in ignorance? So the question of Arjuna is, see, we'll have faiths. We have different kinds of faith. So our faith can be, will base on many things. They can be as per the scriptures. That means we normally, those who understand SSR and those who read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we develop a faith which says that you follow whatever is there in the scriptures. You follow whatever Krishna has asked you to do. You follow whatever your gurus from in a bona fide succession asks you to do. This kind of faiths we develop. But here, Arjuna's question is, all are not like that. Those who do not follow the principles of scriptures, that means everybody will have some faith. See, at least the faith will be like this. We may not believe in Krishna, we may not believe in Guru, we may not believe in elders, but we at least have the faith that whatever I know is perfect, whatever I know is the ultimate. That's also a faith. So that is not as per the scriptures. So everybody will have faith, but what faith we have is the question here. So the principles of scriptures, but worship according to their own imagination. They think they are the ultimate. They think what they are doing is the right. They think they are the gods. So that is their own imagination. What will happen to them when they do like this? Are they in goodness or in passion or in ignorance? So Arjuna's question is, in which mode are they? Somebody who does not follow the scriptures but have some faith, in which material mode are they? So it is like this. Faith means we have a faith that we normally, at least I have a faith that have faith in Krishna. He is there to take care of us. Like something bad happens to me, so I must have faith in Krishna in two ways. One, I can think that this is the karma I have done in my previous life or in this life already, knowingly or unknowingly. Because of this, I am undergoing this problem or this pain or whatever. So that is a faith we can have on Krishna. That means at least I am getting rid of my bad karma. That is the faith we have. So something bad happens also, we don't really worry. Okay, bad has happened, because we are getting clean. We are cleaning our past karma. That is one faith. Or otherwise we can think, okay, bad has happened now. Maybe this is something for good tomorrow. Something for good tomorrow. We don't know. Like there are many cases when somebody wants to go somewhere, they misses the flight ticket. And they feel so bad. Why did I make? I'm losing that business. I'm losing that marriage. That is happening. This is happening. They feel so bad, and they worry. Finally, sometimes it happens. the flight meets with an accident, and everybody in the flight will die. So this man is saved because he lost the flight. That is the miracle of Krishna. He wanted, still there is time for this man to live on earth. So what happened? He missed the flight. So when he misses the flight also, he should not get worried. Should only think for some good of mine in future. This happened for me. Like in education also, sometimes we really work hard and do something where I'm thinking I'll do this, I'll take BPC and then do doctor and then do this, do that. But for some reason, you will have to take maths and then go to engineering. We feel bad, but maybe we don't know what is that there in the store for us. Something good we are going to do when we, after doing engineering like that. This is the kind of faith we have in Krishna. But this is the kind of faith people will have when they have faith on Krishna or when they have faith in scriptures. But some people, they don't have faith. They have faith only on them. And also they have wrong faith. Like we keep joking, like a lot of people sit and keep watching cricket. So, and when the match is going on very well to their favor, they say, oh, this is how it is. We are sitting here, the match is going on very well. So we will not change our places. If you change our places, the match will change. Why will it happen? We sitting in one corner of this world, sitting in one hall and then watching the cricket match, we change our places. How can the cricket match there change? It won't. But this is a simple faith. I wear this shirt and go. Things will happen good. I use this pen for my exam. The exam will go on very well. Will it happen? Our exam will depend on what we learn. Without learning, how can we have? Unless Krishna does a miracle. So this kind of faith, people have different kinds of faith. What will happen to people, those who have no faith on scriptures, but follow their own faith? This is Arjuna's question. And and also in the previous chapter, Krishna concluded, Arjuna was asking, Krishna concluded saying that some worship, some don't have faith on God, but they believe in themselves, and what will happen to them is also Arjuna's question. Okay, Sloka 2. Harshit, will you read?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Triveda bhavati Shraddha dehinam swabhavaja satviki rajasi cheva tamasi cheti tam shruno. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of three kinds: in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance. Now hear about this.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the three modes of material nature, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of three kinds: in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance. Now hear about it. So after Arjuna's question is over, Krishna started talking. See, our faith, our soul acquires this faith based on our embodied body. Like means, we always talk about this. Like our previous life's karmas, our body takes a certain type of material body, and also it takes certain types of qualities. So faith is also like that, based on whatever we believed in our previous karma. So our faith can be of three types. One is in goodness, one is in passion, or in ignorance. One is also in three types of faith it can have. And this faith, what Prabhupada was explaining is that this faith can be changed. How it can be changed? But suppose we are having a very passionate quality. That means I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, this kind of passionate quality. What happens after studying Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, after hearing from a bona fide guru, slowly we will understand that having so much passion, so much urge to enjoy everything or to do lot of things or to get more and more, this is not correct. The faith is, the correct thing is we should only have faith to the extent that what is required for us to live is what we should try to have, not endlessly pursuing our passions or doing sense gratification. So we should not do like that. That's what we learn. When we learn, we can even change our faith. That means we can change our qualities. This is this is the most important thing. Why are we learning Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam? See, in Bhagavad Gita, when we understand all this, we try to change our mode, our quality of life. Like we might be totally in tamoguna or totally in passionate passion or rajoguna. We try to upgrade our quality and come to goodness there first, and then go to Suddha Sattva. That means even that Sattva Gunam, whatever we acquire, we have to dedicate it to Krishna. So Krishna is telling now here about this. Yeah, Pushkar. Pushkar, are you there? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Satvanurupa sarvasya Shraddha bhavati bharata Shraddha mayoyam puruso yoyat shraddha sa eva sa. Translation. O son of Bharata, according to one's extents under the various moods of nature, one involves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the moods he has occurred. Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to modes he has acquired. So, any faith, any belief that we develop is dependent on the mode we are in. Suppose we are in tamoguna. So what is the faith we will develop? Everything will be like this only. Whatever hard work I do, my life will be like this only. Whatever hard work I do, my teacher will not give me marks. Let me sleep. Let me just spend little time on my education and then write. If I am lucky, I'll pass. Otherwise, I'll not go. That is the faith a tamoguna person will have. And a rajoguna person, what will he have? Let me work hard. Let me study for 25 hours a day. And then I have to not come first out of class, but first out of the university or first out of the world. That kind of faith he will have. And a person in Sattva-guna, he will think, let me do my responsibilities properly. Let me take care. Let me get up in the morning. In the morning, let me spend little time for God. Let me do my responsibilities in the home. Let me not waste my time. And let me spend my time properly and study. And then let me get very good marks. That is what his faith will be. And a person in Suddha Sattva Guna, what will he think? He will think like Sattva Guna only. But finally, his conclusion will be different. He will think, after doing all this, Krishna is there to take care of me. Whatever I do is for, what do you call that? For doing more service to Krishna. So let him guide me how I am going to do. That kind of a faith he will have. So, so our mode decides our faith. Whatever we do is decided by a mode. So what is important here is we have to change our mode. If we are in, we have to be very honest to ourselves. If we are in Tamoguna, normally none of us will agree that we are in Tamoguna, but most of us are in Tamoguna or Rajoguna. From Tamoguna, we should come to Rajoguna, and from there we should come to Sattva-guna. So that is very important. Why we are doing all this is because we are forgetting our relationship with Krishna and misuses the independence he has given. And then we think we are the bosses, we are great. So the moment we remember, if we always remember the connection we have with Krishna, we will not have these false egos. And this faith also, the faith whatever we have, even though we are most of the time in Sattva-guna, we don't have faith in Krishna. We try to have faith in demigods because faith is contaminated by goodness. Because it is contaminated by the foods we eat, by the charity we do, by the habits, by the austerity and sacrifices. It is always contaminated. Okay, for Rohan, are you there? Dikshit, Rohan? I understand from morning they are doing some service in the temple and came back home just now. And they're sleeping. Right. Rohan, are you there? Okay, Harshit, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yajante sattvika devan yaksha raksha si
Rakshamsi Rajasaha.
Rakshamsi rajasaha pretan bhuta ganam chanve yajante tamasa janaha. Translation. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods, those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits.
Men in the, here he is talking about the three modes. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. That means here again indirectly he is telling all these three modes are not good. Whom should we worship? We should not worship demigods also. We should worship only Krishna, the God, the ultimate. Why? Demigods also in turn worship Krishna only. Why? Because they are also born from Krishna like us. Because they have done more austerity, they got a better life than us. That's all. And so they have no powers, or their blessings to us are very limited. They cannot take us back to Goloka. Suppose this we have discussed many times. Suppose I have a very bad stomach ache problem in this life. What will happen to me? When I am suffering so badly, what will happen? There are two ways of getting rid. Okay, going to doctor, getting treatment, that's fine. The next is, if I start worshipping the demigods and then do the austerity in such a way that demigods bless me, and then ask for a boon saying that, God, please, I am not able to bear this stomach pain. Please relieve me from this pain. They will relieve. But what will they do? Why am I getting this stomach pain? I'm getting this stomach pain because I have my previous karma. So as I have to get rid of that karma, now that I pray demigods, they will only postpone my pain. That means to undergo this pain, which I am postponing now, I have to take one more life. So instead of that, I better undergo now only. So how to get it off, how to get rid of it is pray to Krishna, and then don't ask. Never ask Krishna. He knows. See, a child never asks mother, Ma, I'm hungry. The mother knows that the child will be hungry at 7 p.m. in the evening, and she will prepare the food. And sometimes you might be extra hungry, but if that is for a genuine reason, she herself will understand. You need not ask. Similarly, Krishna also we did not ask. So people in passion will worship the demigods, and those in the Sattva Guna or in mode of goodness will worship the demigods, and those in the mode of passion will worship the demons. So only demons can give us more and more, irrespective of what we want. And those in the mode of ignorance worship the ghosts and the spirits. Okay, anyway, all these three are bad. Pushkar, will you read? Hare Krishna, Pushkar.
Yes, Mataji. Asastra vihitam groham
Ghoram,
ghoram tapyante iptapojana dambahan kara
Yukta,
samyukta kamaraka balavanvita
Balanvitaha.
karsayanta sarirastam bhuttagramam aschisa mam chaivanta sarirastam tanvidhi asura nischayam.
Yeah, read the meaning.
Translation: Those who undergo severe
Austerities.
austerities and penance not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and
Egoism.
egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body, as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body, as well as super soul dwelling with them, are to be known as demons. So doing these austerities in a very harsh way, who does that? Human beings don't do, only demons do it. Like we see, the way these demons do the penance. They do the penance for 1,000 years, 10,000 years. How do? They control their body in such a way that they don't eat anything. So there are certain demons, once that this thing is over, only the skin, the bone and the skin is left, nothing else is left. And some demons, they do austerity in such a way that the total body is covered with the house, chemalputta. That is, the ants build their house around it. Even then, they don't move. I mean, the bodily, they develop such a kind of tolerance that nothing will punish them. Some people, they cut their hands and sacrifice to the god, and they do all kinds of nonsense, all kind of very harsh penance they does. Why? They think they are great. I can do it. It is not that they forget that all this, even that strength of mind with which we are doing all this is given by Krishna only. These are not recommended in the scriptures. Scriptures will never say do this. The greatest penance what we can do is service to Krishna. Do as per scriptures. Live a proper life. You need not even go to forest. Prepare a proper life. Eat properly. Whatever you are eating, whatever you are doing, offer it to Krishna. And then take. Don't always spend your time minimum for doing your material responsibilities. The balance time, you either spend it for doing some work which pleases Krishna. That is the best tapas what anybody can do. But they forget that, and because they have very harsh, very hard what you call desires, they do all these things. Like Ravana did this penance. And when Vishnu came and asked, what is that you say you want? He said, I don't want death. But Vishnu, I think Shiva, he did pray to Shiva. Then Shiva said, I myself, I have a limited time. I'm not permanent. How can I give you a permanent body? I cannot give. Ask something else. Then he said, I should not be killed by devatas. I should not be killed by demon. All this he asked. But he never said, I should not be killed by human beings and animals. Why? Because of his ego. Are, I'm so great. How can, after all, a human being kill me? After all, an animal, how can it kill me? This is the ego he had. And he died because of that ego. So, Lord Vishnu came as Rama, and all the monkeys, devatas came as monkeys. And because he didn't ask for a boon where animals and human beings would kill him, everybody took their birth and then killed Ravana. So that ego is also very bad, pride and ego. Similarly, Hiranyakaspa, what was his? He also said no death. So Krishna, what did he do? He said, no, not possible. Shiva said, not possible. So he said, I should not be killed in the daytime. I should not be killed in the nighttime. I should not be killed by human being, nor I should be killed by animal. I should not, no weapon should be killed. No weapon should be used for killing me. And I should not be killed on earth. I should not be killed on the air. This kind of very intelligent boon he has asked. What did Krishna do? He came as Narasimha Swami. When did he come? At the sunset time. That means if somebody says, is it daytime? No, it is not daytime. Is it nighttime? It is not nighttime. So that condition is fulfilled. So he's half man, half animal. Is he a man? No, he is not a man. Is he an animal? No, he is not an animal. So that is fulfilled. And what did Narasimha Swami did? He lifted him and put him on his lap. So where is he? Is he in the air? No, he is not in the air. Is he on the land? He is not on the land. Then how did Narasimha Swami kill? He, with his sharp nails, he opened his stomach. So did he use any weapon? No, nails are not weapons. So he's not that way. Krishna knows. Krishna has an answer for anything. We think we are very intelligent with our great ego, and then we do all this. So these people are very foolish and who torture the material elements of the body. So by doing this kind of a penance, they torture their body. See, our body will be comfortable when we eat properly, when we sleep properly, and do things properly. Not when we fast it or when we do overwork, it will not be comfortable. As well as the super soul living in us. See, the super soul, we are not that great to torture the super soul, but the super soul feels bad. Why? Because it loves us very much. It feels bad, and this kind of people doing all this are called demons. Okay, 7. Who will read? Pushkar. Pushkar has read. Harshit. Read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Aharastvi api sarvasya trivido bhavati priya yajnas tapastata dhanam tesham bhedam imam shranu. Even food each person prefers is of 3 kinds according to the modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerities, and charity. Now hear of the distinctions between them. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Even the food each person performs is of 3 kinds. Food is also of 3 kinds, according to the 3 modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerity, and charity. That means there are 3 kinds of food, different kinds of food, and different kinds, 3 kinds of austerity, sacrifices, and charity. So now hear about the distinction between them. So we'll now in detail discuss about the 3 kinds of foods 3 kinds of sacrifices, 3 kinds of austerities, and 3 kinds of charities. Yeah, 8. Pushkar? Pushkar?
Yes, Mataji. Ayu Sattva Bala Rogya Sukha Priti Vivardhana Rasya Snigdha Stira Hridya Ahara Stavika Priya
Satvika Priya. Satvika Priya.
Satvika Priya. Translation. Foods dear to those in the mood of godness increase the duration of life, purifies one's existence, and gives strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to hear.
The foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, pure one's existence and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to hear. Foods dear to those goodness. That means when we start eating some food in goodness, it increases the duration of life. Why? Because the food gives us the right energy required. It won't give us a thick for a body, but it will give us a very healthy body. Purifies one existence. That means what is a good food? A prasadam. A prasadam will clear us from the existence and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. When we eat sattvic ahar, we feel very satisfied. After eating the food also, we feel very comfort. Whereas if you eat food out of passion and ignorance, what happens while eating a lot of biryani? What will happen? We are very happy. We eat one more spoon, amma, one more spoon, we'll say and eat. But after that, later, we'll suffer so badly. We'll feel very thirsty and we have no place in the stomach to fulfill our thirst. And so we suffer. So that way, after the food, we start suffering. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to hear. So the food in Sattvic Guna, when we hear about them also, we feel very happy. And the basic condition, okay, next sloka will do that. Yeah. Jitesh, not Jitesh, Harshit, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Katva amla lavan nati ushna tikshna ruksha vidha hinaha ahara rajasyeta dukha so kamaya pradaha. Translation. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease.
Foods that are too bitter, too sour, too salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. That means a person in Sattva Guna, he won't like something very spicy. That means it should be pleasing to the tongue. If lot of salt, more spice, more chili, what will happen? While eating itself, the eyes will start watering, sweat will come up, sweat will start coming out. And so that kind of somebody eating that kind of food means he is in passion. He is in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. That means what will happen if you eat such food? Our health will get spoiled. And then we get diseases. And then after eating also, we suffer very badly. Yeah, Jitesh, you read this?
Yes, Mataji. Yatayamam gatarasam
Yatayamam gatarasam. I'm not able to hear you.
Utiparyositam yat uchyatam
Where is your
medium bhojanam tamasapyam. Hare Krishna. Translation. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. Food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid, and food consisting of remnants and untouchable things endeared to those in the mode of darkness. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. Now Krishna is explaining about the tamoguna foods. Foods prepared more than 3 hours before eating. Food that is tasteless, decomposed and putrid, and food consisting of remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness. That is tamoguna. So here Krishna is telling, never, from the beginning we have been learning this. Eat food after it is cooked. It should be eaten within 3 hours. Even morning food eating in the night is also not good. But we are doing. And putting food in the fridge and eating it for 10 days is very bad. We should never eat. The moment we put something in the fridge, the life in it is spoiled. You can do a small experiment. You get 2 tomatoes, but make sure the tomatoes are not bought in stores from the outside bandi, because again in the stores they are kept in the fridge. So outside market you get 2 tomatoes, good tomatoes, and put one in the fridge and put one in the outside. Or the best thing to do experiment is pluck 2 tomatoes from a plant. Put one in the fridge, one outside. So after 1 day, whatever is there in the fridge, take it out and put both together. So within 1 day, the one which has come out from the fridge, it will get rotten. It will simply get rotten. And the fruit which we kept outside, it will stay like that only. Slowly as the days pass, the one from the fridge will get totally rotten, and then we have to throw it off. The one which is outside from the beginning, it will not get rotten. It will slowly get dried up. It will get dried up, and the seed will come out. So here what we understand is, the moment what will get rotten up, see, our body, as long as we are alive, we are alive. The moment we die, our body will get rotten up, because anything that is dead will get rotten. So the tomato also same thing happened. So the moment we keep it in the fridge, the moment it gets frozen, the food values in it dies. So whatever food we are taking out from the fridge and eating, it is like eating a dead food. It's a waste food. So it will only form harm, but it will not have any food values. It will become tasteless. Any food that is prepared freshly will be tasty, but the more time we preserve it, the taste will go. It will get decomposed, and then it will get totally spoiled. A person in tamoguna will only like this. Yeah, Pushkar. Okay, now we have finished. Next one is, now we are going to yajnas. That is the third one. So shall we stop here? This man is also not there. We'll stop here and finish next week. Okay?
Yes,
Hare-
Mataji.
Okay, right. Hare Krishna. We finished 10 slokas.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. By the way, next week there won't be a class, because next week I am out of station. So we'll have class after that. Okay. Hare Krishna.